You're on, Adam. Quick announcement.
Hello, everybody. It's us, Adam and Rex. What? We are coming to you as a response this time. And we have a lot of things that we want to talk about. First of all, thank you for watching and thank you for supporting our podcast. We love you. We feel like we have a good community. We have a good family. We have a lot of friends on here, and it keeps building and growing, which we love. So a couple of podcasts ago, we talked about that I had a friend that saw me on Netflix and reached out to me and said that his wife was going through something similar as far as his wife joined some kind of cult, and he was asking me what my advice would be to him when I was trying to get people to pay attention to what Lori and Alex were doing and nobody would listen to me. Well, we actually, Rex and I are going to have him on tomorrow. We interviewed him today, but the beginning of it got cut off. So I'm just going to give you a little background about Craig Shoemaker. He's a stand-up comic. One funny thing is back in his heyday, he was voted comedian of the year over every comedian in the world. And he became Magic Johnson's sidekick when Magic Johnson had a talk show. And we should have asked him about that. But the next time we have him on, you have to hear what he has to say, because it only lasted about 5 episodes and then they canceled it. But he's super funny guy. He's very open. And the reason we're having him on is because of the situation that he's going through. And I think a lot of you will be able to relate to things that he's going to say in our interview tomorrow. So that's a little bit about Craig Shoemaker. We missed out the beginning of it. But so tomorrow when you see the podcast, it goes, you're just right in the middle of the interview. We just start in on it. Is that right, Rex? Did I say it right?
We can off basically the intro, just the first few minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It was us doing technology without Sean again.
We're doing so much better though, little by little. So with that being said, enjoy the podcast tomorrow with Craig. I'm sure there'll be lots of comments, and he did say after we were done talking to him, if there's a group of our subscribers that want to do one of his classes, he would give a discount rate. And he does these classes that can help for certain things, especially trauma and those kinds of things. So if that's interest anybody, make sure a comment say if you would want to do that or not. So Rex and I have been discussing, a lot of people have been talking about our subscribers, and somebody wanted us to name our subscribers. Like there's certain podcasts that name their people, and we're it's not the right thing or whatever, but we're kind of happy about it. And there's actually one name that Rex and I both really, really like. Rex, what is the name that we really, really like?
Nominated by Primetime KCL here. And this just struck home to us. You can read, we didn't have a real nomination process, but Primetime, not that Primetime, our Primetime KCL wrote this out. I won't read it to you. I know y'all, well, no, I will read it because there are listeners that don't have a screen to look at. So,
Right.
Rex and Adam, I've been thinking about a nickname for us, your subscribers, and something I thought of was optimists. My thinking is a silver lining is a metaphor for optimism in our society, culture, the U.S., the world. And that means a negative occurrence may have a positive aspect to it, or that good can come from bad. So if you, Rex and Adam, are discussing silver linings, then you both are optimists, and so are all those who subscribe. Optimists subscribe to an overall philosophy that good, positivity, success, healing, greater knowledge, and understanding can triumph over evil, pain, difficulty. Though it can take mental effort, we have to seek the good that can come from bad, and those who do that are optimists. So we are going to start calling you optimists. We really like this. There are so many good ideas here. We could pick any of the ideas, and we've been throwing them around back and forth on the podcast off, but we're going to try this one. If you would like to object, we would like to hear objections. Bring them to the live on Friday. Talk with us then. And Adam, if it's okay, I'll go into talking about the live.
Yeah, I love that. And, being called an optimist is, to me, it's something that I think most of us would love to be called because of what it pertains to.
And not everyone feels that they're an optimist. And even if you feel you're a pessimist, please stick with us and take this one for the team and realize that you're around a lot of optimists and you really are an optimist, even if you don't want to be. But we're calling you that with very high regard and love for each one of you. So for us, it's a tremendous compliment we're paying to you.
Right.
So this Friday, we're going to have our first meet and greet. We're going to have it in St. George. If you can get to St. George Friday late afternoon, I'll talk about the time in a minute. Please join us. If you can't join us for a live podcast here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, we're going to be using Streamline. We're going to get Sean involved, so the technology should work. But here's what's happening for the meet and greet. In St. George on 700 South and River Road, there's a Harmon's grocery store. When you're looking at the front of the grocery store, if you go in the door on the right and immediately take a right, you're in a little cafe. Can't remember what they call it, but it's a cafe. And the first thing you see on the right is an ice cream bar. We are sponsoring that ice cream bar for you that evening, which means we're paying. It's on us. So if you tell them you're with the Silver Lining or just tell them you're an optimist, they'll give you whatever gelato you order. If I said ice cream bar, I'm sorry, it's a gelato bar. They'll give you whatever gelato you order. So you can come, you can bring friends, you can bring family, and the gelato is on us. Paying for it's on us. We don't want to encourage a food fight. And then come in there. We're going to be meeting and greeting, and I'm sorry I've thrown out so many times. Here's the official time. We'll get there a little before this so we can make sure the technology is working. And we will start the meet and greet at 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Okay, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll start the live podcast at 4:30 Mountain Time. So that way we can get to talk to people a little bit, at least the first ones there, before we start the live. But then during the live, we will be interviewing people that are there with us, and we'll be trying to take the questions, maybe have a moderator if we're lucky with the technology, take questions that you put in the comments as we go. We're looking forward to this. We haven't done it before, so please hang with us as you have before as we figure things out. We're very excited about that. So this week, the next two events, our podcast will go up Wednesday. That should be tomorrow. And then our live will be this Friday. Our meet and greet, St. George, 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. The live podcast starting at 4:30 Mountain Daylight Time. Yes, I know we haven't been doing times that are always convenient with people. Yes, we still will follow through and do some good European times, some good Australian times, some good United States, through the 5 time zones here. If you count that whole Nova Scotia area, I think Maine's in that one. I know Alaska, Hawaii, different. Okay, we're going to do as many different times as we can. Adam, anything else?
I think that's it. We're just excited that this week we got Craig Shoemaker on. We're going to be doing our first live meet and greet. If you're in the Utah area, we'd love to meet you. And we'll just be excited to continue with our podcasting and try to, grow this community and be able to be there for each other. So that's all I got.
I've got to tease one more thing. With Craig on, he's going to start talking about Colts. Adam, I feel there's a lot more here. We're going to be exploring this more and more about the cult issue around the Lori chat, around the victims, and we're going to see what's there. So this is a good intro into us delving into that a little bit more. We'll be working a lot off the camera, and we'll bring things to you as they are ready. All right. Look forward to seeing you in person this Friday. I should throw out the date, but I'm not counting right now. If today's 10th, I won't even say what today is. 10, 11, 12. Oh, Friday the 13th, of course. This Friday the 13th. Live broadcast, 4:30 Mountain Daylight Time. See you then.